So in Rhode Island, there was an attempt by the powers that be, it appears, to make sure that not as many people voted. So now part of that is because almost everybody in the Rhode Island Democratic Party infrastructure was for Hillary Clinton. And Rhode Island's an open primary, so Bernie Sanders was favored. He wins almost all the open primaries, and in fact, you're going to see a Clinton staffer pretty much admit that. So they tried super hard. They closed 2/3 of the polling stations to discourage voting. And Governor Gina Raimondo is a Clinton delegate, a Clinton enthusiast, and she, it appears, based on the facts on the ground, did everything she could to try to make sure Hillary Clinton won. Well, it didn't work. Bernie Sanders won anyway, but it did work in one way, and let me tell you how that is. Republican voter turnout in Rhode Island was up 118%. Now, Rhode Island is a heavily Democratic state, so there was still less Republicans that showed up than Democrats, but their enthusiasm is way, way up. Their voter turnout is way up. Turnout fell for Democrats, on the other hand, and was down 36% compared to the last competitive Democratic presidential primary in 2008. So, great job, Democratic Party machine. You sap the enthusiasm from your own side while the other side is super energized. Genius move. Did it work? No. Did you get less Democrats interested in voting? Yes. Another brilliant move by the Democratic Party machine. So now let's go to Nick Black. He's the Rhode Island State Director for Hillary Clinton. They said, look, you guys tried everything you had here and it didn't work. And he said, well, it's always tough when you have an open primary. Now think about that. Now there's all these pundits out there. It's literally half a dozen articles out in the last week explaining why Bernie Sanders' huge lead in the general election against Republicans, where he does much better than Hillary Clinton. For example, 9 points better on average against Ted Cruz than Hillary Clinton. 9 points is an enormous number of points, right? But all those pundits, they're super smart. They live in Washington. So they know that Hillary Clinton's the better candidate. And they have to educate the unwashed masses and explain, no, Bernie Sanders hasn't been attacked yet. Really? Hillary Clinton chose not to attack him? No, they haven't brought up that he's a socialist. Are you kidding me? They brought it up in every single debate in town hall. They brought it up in the beginning like 2-3 times in a town hall. They compared him to Castro. They compared him to dictators. Every single time he proposed a policy, they said, how are you going to pay for it? You can't pay for it, right? And they think, no, but he hasn't been attacked. And so we're savvy, sophisticated pundits who all live in D.C. and think we know better than you. And so we know that if he gets attacked by Republicans, that he will do worse than Hillary Clinton. Okay, but I have one other data point other than every single poll on our side. The other data point is she can't win an open primary. He wins almost all of the open primaries. He usually way outperforms the polling, and it's not even competitive. You know what the difference between an open primary and a closed primary is? In a closed primary, only old school Democrats can vote. In New York, you had to be a Democrat and know that you were a Democrat, and some of them got purged anyway, 6 months before the voting ever began. So before you even knew who the candidates were, right? Now, open primary is independents can vote. Do you know what kind of an election the general election is? It's an open election. Anybody can vote. When anybody can vote, independents get excited about Bernie Sanders, they come out and vote. Donald Trump's only advantage is, I'm not an establishment politician, I'm an independent. Bernie Sanders would destroy that advantage, and according to some polls, he beats Donald Trump by 20 points. No, the pundits are geniuses. Democratic Party establishment in Rhode Island and elsewhere, geniuses. They know so much better than the public. No. Make sure you discourage Democratic voters. When Hillary Clinton was asked, how are you going to reach out to Bernie Sanders voters in the last Democratic town hall, she kept telling Rachel Maddow, I'm winning, they better get in line, okay? Yeah, that's gonna help a lot. Okay, Sanders should work to make sure he delivers those votes to me. Yeah, yelling at people is usually a great idea. You know who does well in an open election? Bernie Sanders. And he did it again in Rhode Island, but no pundit will believe Their lying eyes. They won't believe all the polls, and they won't believe all of the elections where he overwhelmingly captures the independents. Oh, no, they'll change their mind later. The Republicans will attack him. No, I know, and the Republicans will leave Hillary Clinton alone. Well, they've already attacked her. Yeah, that's why she has historically bad unfavorables. Yeah, since she's already super negative, we should pick her. Oh, my God, you guys are geniuses. I don't know why I didn't think of that. All right, so one last thing from Nick Black. He does confess, again, this is Hillary Clinton's person in Rhode Island. The Sanders campaign has succeeded in getting new people to come into the Democratic process. But the geniuses in Rhode Island and elsewhere controlled by the Democratic Party machine have decided, we don't want those new voters. No, stay at home. Stay at home. Boy, this is a great general election idea. And we make sure that our side is not enthusiastic. We make sure we pick the candidates that independents do not like at all. Make sure we reject the candidate that is doing shockingly well among independents and close the whole process up. Yes, we got our pick. We got the establishment pick, Hillary Clinton. Be careful what you wish for. We're not just saying it because we agree with Bernie Sanders on his policies. Unlike you knuckleheads, we would actually like to win the general election. We'd like a progressive to win it. I know you think that's a bridge too far. I know for the pundits and for everybody in Washington and everybody in the Democratic Party, they think like, no, that's too idealistic to get an actual progressive. No, we get a center-right candidate who's less right-wing than the Republicans, plus she has a far, far less chance, much worse chance of winning. That's the genius of Washington, D.C., and apparently the politicians in Rhode Island. Let's see how that genius move turns out. Look, she should beat Donald Trump. I could beat Donald Trump. Our pet iguana in the other room could beat Donald Trump. The one person who might not be able to beat Donald Trump is Hillary Clinton. And I'm not saying that. The polls are saying that. The American people are saying that. But who am I to understand the three-dimensional chess of the Democratic Party? So, good luck. One last thing. Okay, look at that. Rhode Island was the experiment. All you geniuses in the Democratic Party establishment thought, no, we'll fix all the rules and we'll discourage the voting. We'll do everything so that Hillary will win. But since it was an open primary like the general election, guess what? She didn't win. No matter how much you tried to co-opt the process, she didn't win in Rhode Island. She won only in places where it's a closed primary. Now, don't let the riffraff in, okay? Only the partisans, only the partisans. You can't do that in a general election. Good luck to you. You're going to need it.